Hello YouTube, Gentleman 2005 here with a review of the S.H.Figuarts War Machine from Iron Man 2. So Don Cheadle suits up in a suit designed by crewman number 6. And, not designed by, but decked out by crewman number 6 in a vain attempt to get back on, his little space adventure. So here we see the package, just like the Iron Man figure. All right, it's got the Iron Man 2 movie logo, War Machine, then the name in Japanese, the Marvel logo, the big targeting circle, and then War Machine figure right there. Him on the side with the name and the name on the other side. This is a wider box than Iron Man had. Here's the two of them get together again. He's got the hands. He's got the same flight type effect parts that Tony had. And he's got these gun parts because, War Machine kills things. There he is blasting. You got blasting effects and flying effects. So let's get him out of the packaging. And he's, good God almighty, he's just decked out beyond all belief. So what we have is we have him. We have the flying parts. We have guns. We have the big gun over his shoulder. We have the a whole chain of ammunition. We have flying effects. We have blasting effects. Just shit out the ears, as it were. So let's get him out. Okay. So here's War Machine, and we'll do like we did with the Iron Man figure. We'll look at him first. Now, if you remember from the movie, this the Mark II armor was taken by Rhodey and brought to crewman number 6, and then he upgraded it, right? He upgraded all the weapons. So this is basically slightly bulked up version of the Mark II, which was an unpainted armor. The Mark III was the first one to have the red and gold. And so, you can see all of his markings on the side, right? His military markings. He's got the same type of head, obviously, because it is an Iron Man armor. And then the reactor in the chest, right? The power source. We got the arms. You already have machine guns on the arms, so he can just lift his arms, and he's already just a walking arsenal, as it were. He has head articulation like Iron Man. He is limited in his head movement. His arms, however, are freely and unrestricted. He does have the body motion. The legs, armor right here. He does have some weight to him, just like Iron Man. He is more of a dull figure than Iron Man. So, Iron Man has more that shiny metallic look. He is kind of the gunmetal gray look. He looks more like he's a plastic figure than Iron Man does, which is a little upsetting in that regard. And then the back, it's already looking to show off the flying effect. So we'll go ahead and do that. Right, you pull off the piece. You can see it was here. That one pulled itself off. This is the little piece that goes in there, and I'll just plug it in. Okay, so these just kind of lift up, which I was having a little bit of a brain fart at the moment, but they lift up to reveal his little ports, and then what you have is you have these little tiny ones that will plug in to these spots here, right, and then you have the big ones that go into the actual bottoms of the feet. Much like what Iron Man had, right? So he's got these. I'll plug this one in. There we go. I can see what I'm doing. And then the big ones on the feet. Right. So this is what it would look like if he were flying. He'd have these below him. You'd have him attached to a Tamashii stage, and he'd be wreaking havoc, right? So a pretty cool look. Right? I love that they included these effect parts with both of these figures to give you that flying option. And have it, to really show it off somewhat accurately. So the next thing we're going to take a look at is, let's put that back, his gun emplacements. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this big, the machine gun out. Right. This is a large gun that is going to go right back here into the peg in the back. Okay, and it's going to give him his signature look with the gun over his shoulder. Alright, so when it is rotatable. Right, it can move around. Oops. And actually this part, oops, let me get it on camera so you can see it. This part is actually rotatable independent from that part. So that's also pretty neat. I like that about him. And we do have where the effect parts for the gun. Here there. So we have these big old effects, these firing effects we can do, right? Just stick it here now. It looks like he's shooting you. And I got smaller ones as well. I can put in his wrists. Where are they? They are here. Right on his wrist, but they will fit over this, right? And I have one for the other side. I'm not going to put it in. But you can see he can make it look like he's firing from all of his weapons. And that's really cool, right? Because that's what he does. He's War Machine. He's the one with the badass name. And then lastly, what we can do is we can pull this off up here, right? And we can make the rest of his weapons pop out. So we're going to go ahead and do just that. Right, we have this that can fit in there, right? This gun, and then we also have, right, this thing here, which fit in just like that, and then can also rotate like this. So we can put that in. We can put one on the other side, which we'll go ahead and do that as well, just out of spite. All right, so we can do this. We can pull this side off and put this other gun in there for this combination if we want. If I can line it up right, stick it in the right spot. All right, so he can have the laser sight thing going on. He has a couple of different options you can do to make him look just particularly like he is about to ruin your day. Let's go ahead and put this one back on, just to have all of weapons out, ready to wreak havoc on some robots. Right, so we'll kind of get him in a nice action pose, right? Arms out, oops, gun emplacement up, and oh, the one other thing we didn't do was this thing right here. It will clip. One end will clip into the back here, and the other will clip into the side of the gun. It is rubbery, so it's very bendable and not likely to stick in that pose. So it'll fit like this, and we'll get him nice and set, like he's planted himself in the ground, and he says, "Come and get me, you assholes." So there we go, War Machine. I love this guy a lot. I liked Iron Man a lot also. I kind of like Iron Man myself a little more, and I could bring him in here, right? Iron Man and War Machine, you can, back to back. We're going to take these guys out together, and you can do some team-up poses with them. Or if you really want to, you can have them fight each other, because that's a thing that people like to do, right? But yeah, I could definitely say to get this guy. I like him a lot. He's got a lot of cool accessories, a lot of cool weapons, and he looks really good on display, especially with Iron Man. If you do have him, definitely say to pick him up. So until next time, check out our podcast, RideFantasyRealms.com, bringing you the latest Toku news and discussions about anything and everything under the sun, because we ramble. Just like the name says, RideFantasyRealms.com, wait, I did that already. As always, check out our podcast, RideFantasyRealms.com, bringing you the latest Toku news and the craziest discussions about anything and everything under the sun, because that's just what we do. Thumbs up, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.